Hi, this is Tim from datinginfoforsingles.com, a website that covers everything you need to know for dating success. And today I'd like to discuss the topic, how to gain intimacy on the first date with touch. Want to avoid a crash and burn when you go out on a date? Want to avoid disaster? Of course you do. So, here are a few useful tips that you should keep in mind when going out with someone, especially if the process is new to you. Brainstorm the things you can ask her, topics you can talk about. Before the date, think about some of the things you learned about her in your pre-date chatting. What jobs did she say she worked at? What did she say she did in those jobs? What were the projects she worked on? Or maybe she said she spent a year abroad before going to school. What did she like most about living overseas? What did she learn about herself and the world as a result? Those sorts of questions show that you were paying attention and actually took the time to remember what she had talked to you about previously. They flatter her enormously. They show that you actually pay attention to what she says. If you prepare a list of such questions and topics before the date, whenever the conversation during the date lapses into a slow spot, you can whip out one of your prearranged topics and get things going again. Let her know that you enjoy her company. Keep the conversation positive. Say things like, "It's been so nice to have a chance to know you better." Let her know that you're interested in her as a person. Don't be afraid to talk about your family and your growing up years. This helps your date see you as a real person. She can picture your childhood and your immediate relatives. It makes your family come alive in her mind and makes her feel that she knows you better and is closer to you. Now, don't be afraid to touch her, but do know how to do it in the right way. You may be surprised how many opportunities there are to express your liking for her by your touch without seeming too forward. For example, as you cross the street, you can be the perfect gentleman and take her hand as you do so. Or, while you guide her through the restaurant, you touch the small of her back. When you are seated together, your shoulders and legs can brush against her occasionally. As you're walking, you can put your hand around her casually. Be casual and natural in your movements. These are normal movements in the course of normal activities. You'll be able to gauge how comfortable she feels around you by the way she responds to your touch. If she jerks away slightly or seems uncomfortable, then you can let your hand fall away naturally and wait until she feels a little more relaxed around you. On the other hand, if she leans into your body and responds with a touch of her own, you know she's giving you the okay. Now, you should touch her several times before attempting a kiss. A frequent complaint of women is that men seem to kiss them out of the blue. They feel that they've had no warning. By touching her frequently during the day, you will warm her up and get her used to the idea of a bit of physical intimacy. You'll also impress her with your sense of self-confidence, if done properly, and make her feel more comfortable and confident around you. Now, for more information on this and everything else related to success with the opposite sex, visit our blog at datinginfoforsingles.com/blog. And while you're there, be sure to fill in your name and email address and get a complete library of 7 free ebooks on dating and seduction secrets. See you there.